All right, everyone, welcome one, welcome all. Episode 33 of the Casey and Tyler show. Nothing but football, nothing but the NFL playoffs on this show sheet. Super wild card weekend, I think they call it. We got games Saturday, we got games Sunday, we got games Monday, and we're going to dive into every single one of them. Give you our picks, give you our thoughts, some other fun things that I found to consider during these NFL playoffs, if you will. Without further ado, Casey, anything you'd like to say?
Let's do this. I fucking love fucking Super Wild Card Weekend.
All right, cool. Let's do it. All right, Casey, jumping in here. We got the Super Wild Card Weekend.
Hey, real
I did
fast.
see that.
When they add an eighth team, are they going to call it the Super Wild Card Weekend?
The Super Duper Wild
Super
Card
Duper Wild Card Weekend. I fucking love
Yeah.
that.
I don't know if you saw this in the event of a Bills Chiefs AFC
I did see
Championship.
that.
Atlanta will
Not
be the host
honestly,
site.
I'm not surprised. I was either thinking
either.
there or SoFi. SoFi.
SoFi.
I don't know why I said
Yeah,
I don't know why I think it's SoFi. It's SoFi.
You knew it'd have to be a place that has the hotels and infrastructure to randomly host a major game. So it's like Atlanta, Indy,
And a dome.
Like and there's just few places like Louisiana potentially. But I know like they asked Detroit, and Detroit couldn't because of scheduling. Like they already have an event going on, and they asked. I think they asked Indianapolis as well, and Indianapolis was like, we already got a concert or something. Like we're not moving that. So before we get into the games, I found this on the Action Network, just some interesting things heading in here. One, it talks about how bad Brady's been recently and all year against the spread, but in particularly, he's really struggled recently in night games. 9-9 straight up, but just 2-16 against the spread, so keep that in mind if you're going to bet the Bucks. This was also interesting. This year and 2017 are the only two seasons where three teams at 100-1 odds or longer to win the Super Bowl all made the playoffs. This year, Seattle, New York, and Jacksonville all opened at greater than 100-1 odds to win the Super Bowl, and they all made the playoffs. You're the long shot, Casey. We're big underdog guys.
I am a huge underdog guy. I love
Do you
betting the underdog.
Do you think the Seahawks, Giants, or Jags have any shot to win the Super Bowl? I'd say like 2%.
Yeah. I mean, Seahawks are going to get their asses whooped. Jags will win. Giants could possibly beat the Vikings.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the Jags are going to win too. But that was just some fun little stuff. I got some other stuff, but the more I look at it, the more I just kind of want to jump right into the games. And if it comes up, then it comes up. Jump right in. We got games on Saturday. First game, Seattle Seahawks at the 49ers. 49ers minus 9.5, over under 42.
What are your stats?
So the 49ers.
I'm gonna give my opinion, and you're gonna be like, you're gonna give some bullshit stat out that's like gonna make me change my pick.
Okay, again, so this is per the Action Network. The 49ers swept the Seahawks during the regular season. They'll be the 20th team in this wild card era to face an opponent for the third time after a straight-up sweep. And those teams were 12-7 straight up, 9-1 against the spread. They've won San Francisco's won 10 consecutive games straight up, entering their wild card game. In the last 20 years, 15 teams have played a playoff team on a 10-game straight-up win streak. Those teams are 7-8 and 2-13 against the spread. So all the trends favor the 49ers in this one.
Oh, yeah. I like the 49ers, and I like their offense has been kind of good.
Yeah, Purdy's, I just think them being at home I think it's going to be too much for Seattle. I think Seattle's best football is behind them. I think they played
Oh
great
no, I
football at
think
the beginning of the year.
San Francisco is going to cover 100%. I'm talking more on the over under of this game.
Okay, yeah. I'm trying. There was another stat um, that was about. Oh
Let's
yeah,
go.
trust. It says trust big home favorites when favored by 9 or more points.
Yeah, I'm going to go 49ers minus, what is it, 9.5? 9.5, and let's
Yeah,
go under 42.
yeah. I like both those. So home favorites of 9 or more points are a perfect 8-0 against the spread and straight up in the wild card round, winning every time and covering each game by an average of almost 7 points. Um, I think this is one of the lower totals as well. I think this is the second lowest total. Yeah, so another thing to look out for those betting, whenever you have a massive point favorite like 9.5 and the total's not very high, they expect it to be kind of a low scoring game. So I'll do under, but I will take the 49ers minus 9.5. I got to stick with the 49ers, man. They were like I think I picked them to win the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, they're your Super Bowl team. Them and
So the
um,
Raiders.
the Raiders, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, but both
So,
of us have two teams like that. I had the Bills and the Rams, so.
yeah. I expect this to be one of the games where like Brock Purdy throws the ball 10 times, maybe. Do you remember that year where Garoppolo threw the ball like 6 times in the AFC title game or something like that and they
Yeah.
won? It was like, what? So I think they're going to tell Brock Purdy, stay out of your own way, and let our defense and our offense kind of go to work a little bit. So we're on the same side of this one for sure. What's the next one you got?
The next game, we have the Los Angeles Chargers head out to Jacksonville and play the Jags. Chargers 2.5 point favorites, over under at 47.5.
Yeah. I like the Jags in this one, man. I think them being at home is going to make a massive difference. I don't love when West Coast teams travel to East Coast or vice versa. Um, the over under is at an interesting one because that Herbert and that offense can definitely put up some numbers. Mike Williams might not play for the Chargers. If take that for what you will. Um, I'll take the Jags. Give me the points. Um, and I like the under. I think people just play really tight conservative football when it comes to playoffs. So I expect some punts. Give me the Jags. Give me the under.
Give me the under and shit. It's a tough one for me. Let's do it. Let's go Jags. Let's go Jags minus 2.5 and under 47.5.
So one thing to keep in mind for this one, which may help the under, is the Jaguars led the league with 41 drop passes this year, and the Chargers were second with 40 drop passes. So I don't know. Keep in mind.
I just
Look
think
out,
with what's his name's first
Peterson.
playoff game. Yeah, with Peterson being the head coach and him knowing it's Trevor Lawrence's first playoff game and it's a home one, he's just going to try to be conservative with the ball, and it's just going to be we're going to have long possessions possibly in this game.
I agree. I think if anyone watched how close to the vest the play calling was when they played the Titans most recently, I expected the same. I don't think they're going to be asking Trevor Lawrence to throw the ball 35, 40 times. I think that's me exactly what you said. Very conservative play calling. They've got some dogs on that defense, and I think that they'll try to contain the game that way. And I think
Yeah, they
Peterson's
have
got
Josh Allen, right?
Josh Allen, and that first overall pick, Trayvon Walker, he had a pretty decent rookie campaign. Um, I just see it being one of those things where Peterson's Super Bowl experience and whatnot, I think he just out coaches Brandon Staley or whatever his name is on the other side there.
Right.
Herbert's very good. I think that I think there'll be a lot of people wanting to see this quarterback matchup, but I don't know. I don't know how explosive this game's going to be from a
I mean,
scoring
it could be a
standpoint.
shootout, but I'm going under.
Yeah, I like the under as well. So that's it for the Saturday game. So you got, I don't know what time. My guess is the games are like 4 and 8 o'clock. That'd be my guess.
4:30's the 49ers Seahawks, 8:15's the Chargers Jags.
Sunday games. Dolphins at Bills. Bills 13-point favorite, over under only at 43.5. Tua's out. Skylar Thompson to start for Miami. This is probably the easiest game to pick, no? But it sounds like McDaniel could be coaching for his job, which is crazy.
Give me the Bills and over.
Oh, you like the over, huh?
I think the Bills can. I mean, what? Yeah, Dolphins are going to score like probably 7. Bills will score like 40 something, maybe 35.
Yeah. It's tough because, like, part of me wants to take Miami and just think it, like, but Skylar Thompson, I mean.
They scored 11 points last week. Remember that.
I know.
11 points.
Yeah. I mean, you got to go Bills here. I like the under. Give me the Bills. Give me the under. Let me look real quick. I wonder what the weather is going to be like in Buffalo this weekend. Weather in Buffalo, New York. Yeah, I was just wondering if it's going to be. Yeah, I see it being not great. Yeah, but no rain, no wind. Okay. I'll take the under, but I'll take the Bills.
Okay. Moving on to the next game, the New York Football Giants head up to Minnesota and play the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings are 3-point favorites, over-under sitting at 48.
So, Vikings are might be frauds. They have, I'm pretty sure, like one of the, like, as far as teams making the playoffs or being as high a seed, their point differential's not good. It's a little alarming. I'm taking the Giants here.
You're taking the Giants?
I'm taking the Giants. I think the Vikings get exposed.
Give me the Vikings. I just think the home field advantage, the Minnesota crowd's going to be pumping, and it's in a dome, and it's going to be loud. I don't think Daniel Jones is going to be able to get it done. Give me the Vikings -3, and let's go over 48.
So I have some bold over 48. Yeah, I'll take the over as well. Some bold predictions from some like NFL pundits around the league, and one guy, his name's Tyler Sullivan with CBS Sports. He thinks Daniel Jones is primed to go off against the Vikings, predicting that the Giants quarterback will top 400 passing yards while leading an upset of Minnesota on the road. Bold take.
That's a bold take. That's a bold
400 passing yards? I don't know about that. But yeah, I will take the Vikings in the upset. Next game.
What'd you just say?
I'll take the Giants in the upset. Okay. Pardon me. Sorry.
Okay.
Next game, Ravens at Bengals. Bengals 9.5-point favorites. That line probably is moved. Jackson, at the time I made these. Okay, he's out. He's not playing out for sure.
He's out. I mean, Vegas knew that probably before it was announced.
Yeah, because he announced it like shortly after I made these spreads. He like did a whole thing on Twitter. I guess his knee's still too unstable.
I mean, it could still go up. Who knows? I mean, this game is what, Sunday night?
Sunday night. Yeah.
Back-to-back games. They literally just played each other last week.
Yep. A 9.5's a lot. I still think the Ravens have some fight in them, man. What do you think?
Give me the Bengals and give me the over. I just feel like the Bengals offense is just on a different level right now. And I don't think that the Ravens are going to be able to keep up.
Yeah, I'm going to take the points. I'm going to take Ravens plus 9.5. And I like the over. I think that the Bengals win, but I think they scheme just enough. I think that coaching staff over there in Baltimore does just enough to cover this.
Okay.
That's my opinion on it. Moving on to the last game of the super wild card weekend. Cowboys at Bucks. Cowboys -2.5, over under 46. Dak Prescott led the league in interceptions and interceptions rate this year, averaging an interception like every 3.8 pass attempts or something like that.
In this one, I feel like the Cowboys are going to get revenge from that Week 1 loss. And so give me the Cowboys money line, or Cowboys -3 or 2.5, and let's go under 46. I feel like it's a revenge game for the Cowboys. they're going to get payback for what happened week 1. Because they got embarrassed, in my opinion. I know it's Brady, and most likely I'm going to be wrong, but I'm going with my gut right now, and that's what my gut tells me. It's saying Cowboys minus 2.5 and under 46.
I'm so conflicted on this one. Cowboys should win the game.
Oh, 100%.
But they haven't been playing their best football. There's a lot of chit-chat around that organization right now. Will McCarthy be back? Does he have to win this game to be back? Brady smells blood in the water. Give me the Bucks, and I'll take the under.
Okay.
Give me the Bucks, and I'll take the under 46. I hate the Cowboys. I'd rather root for the Bucks anyway.
Well, so do I. I'm going to root for him, so I'm hoping I'm wrong, but that's who I think's going to win.
Yep.
Dude, did you hear that? Now we're done with the NFL. Or do you have anything else about the NFL?
Just that, did you see Mahomes is the oldest quarterback in the AFC playoffs?
Are you serious?
He's 27. He's the oldest quarterback in the AFC playoffs.
Hold up. Oh, yeah, because Skylar, even with Tua.
Yeah. It's insane. NFL's in a good spot.
T-Law is younger than him. Younger. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's insane. Well, yeah. But that one division was supposed to be elite with quarterbacks, but Russell Wilson kind of fucked that up and all that. But did you hear about the Paul Bisnet question or Biznasty question that he asked Dylan Larkin?
Mm-mm.
So supposedly 15 minutes before puck drop, he asked him about his contract negotiations with the Red Wings.
Why?
Because he interviews someone on the team right before the game, and that was the question he asked.
What did Larkin say?
He got pissed and didn't answer it.
Yeah, no shit.
He looked at it, so I'll send you the video. He looked at it, he said he looked at his PR guy, and then Biznasty was like, "What, you want your PR guy to answer the question?" I couldn't find the actual video, but they talk about it on Spittin' Chicklets.
Okay, yeah, I'll have to look that up afterwards.
I'll send it to you. It was fucking hilarious.
That's crazy. So who do you think's gonna? Now that the playoffs are set for the NFL, who do you think's gonna come out of both sides?
Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's give our Super Bowl prediction.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull him back up. So I think, honestly, the way it is, I think it's gonna be the Bills.
Hold on. I gotta pull up the playoff bracket, and then you're gonna pick each game.
Oh, that's a good.
And then I'll go through and we'll do one side, one round at a time. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I'll try to write here. I can write these down, so we can have see how close we got to guessing the perfect bracket. So, we'll start on the AFC side. You had Jacksonville,
Cincy,
and so it'll be okay.
Jacksonville would go to Cincy because they would be the lowest
round
seed.
One. Yep, Jax, Cincy, and then you had Buffalo.
Yep.
And Buffalo. Okay, so I think I had the same.
Yes.
Okay, so Tyler, AFC, round one. So Jax, Cincy, Buffalo. Okay, all right. So next side, NFC,
I had Dallas,
Minnesota, and San Francisco.
Yep.
So I had Tampa Bay, Giants, Jesus T, San Francisco.
So okay, Giants would play Philly. Giants would play Philly at that point.
For me.
For you.
Okay, round two, AFC, 1, 2, 3, 4, NFC. So I have Giants versus Philly. I got Philly moving on. Philly over Giants. Okay, and then I would have
Tampa Bay and San Francisco. In San
yeah,
Francisco.
yep. TB losing to San Fran. Okay. And then the last one would be
Your AFC.
well, because I have Philly and San Fran.
Yeah,
I missing
we're
one?
doing each round. So
Oh, sorry.
that's
AFC
what I thought
round
we were
2.
doing. Because
We are.
I only have the wild card done.
Okay, so now it's your turn, right?
So did you do your AFC?
Well, we have the same teams in the AFC, right? So I just waiting for you to tell me seeing wise who would play who.
Oh, it would be Jacksonville against Kansas City.
Okay, so I have Kansas City moving on.
And then it would be Cincy against Buffalo in Buffalo. That's going to be a good fucking game. That's going to be a really good game.
I got Buffalo.
Same. I got the same exact picks for you, KC
Okay.
and Buffalo.
Okay.
And then on the other side, so I have what, Philly against Dallas? Yeah. I have Philly against Dallas. I have Philly moving on. And then out of Minnesota, San Fran, I have San Fran moving on.
Okay, so we have the same final.
Yes.
So we have Philly, San Fran. We both have Philly, San Fran, and we both have KC, Buffalo.
Yep.
Okay, so who do you think is going to move on between Philly and San Francisco?
Give me Philly and give me the Bills.
And you're taking Bills to win it all?
Yes, them Bills to win it all.
Okay, so I'm going to go with San Fran and Buffalo. And I think I got to ride, right? I got to pick my 49ers. Can't, abandon them. You picked your champ. I'm sticking with my champ. That's going to be crazy if our two, our individual Super Bowl champions at the beginning of the year meet up to determine who was right.
Oh, that would be an amazing
That'd be
show.
crazy. Okay, so you got Buffalo beating Philly in the Super Bowl, and I got San Fran beating Buffalo in the Super Bowl.
You know what? Change my pick. Let's go San Fran against Buffalo.
I love that.
I feel like their defense can get it done.
I do too. I think that it's going to be tough because Hurts, obviously, he gets this week to rest, but he was still banged up last week. I think teams are going to know that. And like you said, in the cold, out of Lincoln Financial, those hits just feel a little harder. You know what I mean?
Right.
All right, cool. So we both got San Fran versus Bills in the Super Bowl. You got Bills win it all. I stuck with San Fran to win it all. I'm drinking water, but cheers to a great upcoming NFL playoffs.
Cheers.
Hopefully we see some good games. I feel like if the AFC, especially when we get to Cincy, Buffalo or potential matchups like that, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
And we'll revisit this. So obviously next week when we redo this, our picks might be wrong. We might have to redo it.
We might have to wait until Tuesday to record because of the Monday night game.
Yeah, I figured we'd just do that like what we did. Didn't we do that this week or last week? We tried to do that last week. Yeah, that's fine because we should wait until the playoffs conclude, which is fine. We're not covering much right now, so we could even just do one show next week if we wanted, depending on what all's going on.
Yeah, like a recap and whatever, and then just
do it all on
Wednesday. It's going to be what,
Thursday.
No, it's going to be the same amount of games next weekend. No, it'll be one less game.
One less game. Yeah. Cool. Well, yeah. So when we get the new bracket, we'll go back through and we'll make our picks again. For all we know, San Fran can lose to Seattle, Buffalo can lose Miami, and we'd both be sitting here like, well, that's what.
Okay, Seattle has a better chance of beating San Francisco than the Dolphins beating the Bills. Dolphins are not beating the Bills. Okay, how about this? The Dolphins beat the Bills. We have to think of something. What do I have to do? I'll cut my pinky off.
No, something realistic.
I'll cut my pinky off.
No.
Right off.
If the
Chop
Dolphins beat the Bills, you have to stand outside with your shirt off for 15 minutes.
It's not that bad outside.
We'll think of something better. We'll think of something that's worth it. You have to like dump chocolate milk over your head or something. That'd suck. That would suck. You'd have to get right in the shower.
Fuck it. I'll do the mayonnaise challenge. I'll fucking dump a gallon of mayonnaise on top of my head if the Dolphins win. How about that? Let's do that.
All right. I'm down for that. That'd be a great content.
Okay, so I've been watching Rafi Devers home runs all day today.
All day. Yeah, how about that? We didn't mention that. They finally, well, I guess we have, but they finally inked it. Did you see him at the Celtics game? He looked like he was ready for bed. Like
100%. He was done. Well, dude, did you hear his quote? He was like, "I love playing baseball and I love doing it here."
Yeah. That was just electric. But I saw it might have been Carabas. It was someone in sports media in Boston that quote tweeted the video of him like waving to the fans, and they're like, "This is a guy that is stayed up well past his bedtime for this." Because by all accounts, Rafi's a kid that goes to bed pretty early. He's like, "I just came here because my agent and PR guy said, hey, you got to go to the Boston Celtics game tonight, and you're going to get a standing ovation." You stated there like, I can leave now, right? Like
when can I leave? Like, do I have to wait until end of the first quarter or like halftime?
Yeah, he was kind of like, this has been an exhausting process, and I really just want to go home and play Fortnite. Like, I'm not here for it. So,
no, like the Red Sox tweeted literally a clip of every single home run of his, and it was just his swing, dude. He has such a smooth ass swing.
It's a good one,
and honestly. He is probably my favorite Red Sox almost of all time. Like, he's right behind David Ortiz just because of what he does on the fucking field. Like,
he just looks like he has so much fun, too.
Yes,
right?
And my favorite thing about him is when he's striking, he gets really pissed off and, like, at himself, he fucking slams his fucking bat on the ground, throws his helmet, throws a little fucking tantrum. I fucking love it. Then he has the wad of fucking chewing tobacco or whatever the fuck is.
I mean, no, that dude literally puts a whole can.
100%. It's right in his fucking lip. Yeah.
Yep.
I love it. 11 years. 11. I'm getting a jersey.
You know what is a little like depressing, just because like I'm gonna be 38 when his contract's done. Like,
he's my age, dude. He's 5 months younger than me.
Yeah, I'm gonna be 38. You're gonna be 37 years old. We'll probably have families and shit.
Yeah, we're gonna have
I remember
fucking 3 World Series in his fucking the next 11 years.
Did you see the model that came out that predicted the next 10 World Series winners?
No.
You haven't seen this? All right, give me a sec. You're not gonna be happy about this.
Why? How many? It's probably
1.
That's bullshit. Sox are winning 3. So she's wrong. How many times did the Yankees win?
None.
Okay, so it might be realistic.
All right, hold on. Let me find it. I got it right here. All right. Tigers won it once.
That's bullshit. Now they might with Hinch. They might.
Okay, so 2024. Wait, is this? Hold on, let me make sure.
Okay, well, who's next?
January 9th. Okay, I just want to make sure this was from this year. Okay.
Who's coming up?
2023, Dodgers over Blue Jays.
Okay.
2024, Mets over Orioles.
That's a fucking bold.
Orioles are a good young team.
I know they're coming up.
But that's
the
assuming
Mets.
that they... Well, 2024, they'll still be good next year.
I mean, I can see Baltimore just because they had a great second half this past year.
And I think they're assuming here that, like, the Orioles were ready to spend. They went out and added a few pieces. But they are really, like, good. I mean, the Orioles
they're kind of young.
Oh, yeah, yep. All right, 2025, Giants over Yankees.
Okay. Probably wouldn't watch that.
2026, Mariners over Cardinals,
Okay.
which I buy the Mariners when they won. They're like they're gonna
Yeah,
be young and
they're
good.
good. They're good.
Oh, I lied to you. 2027, Yankees over Cubs.
Fuck that. That ain't happening. But
2028, Orioles over Dodgers.
okay. I'm winning twice.
No, they lost the first one.
Oh yeah, yep. You're right.
Yeah, so Orioles over Dodgers. 2029, Tigers over Braves. Think Tigers will be ready to win in 7 years?
I mean, you should hope so.
Dude, if they're still bad in 7 years, there won't be.
And they never. It's not like they have like 1 or 2 years of being really
no, I mean,
good.
like just 40
dog shit for the next 7 years.
2030, Angels over Phillies.
Where the fuck are the Sox?
2031, Red Sox over Brewers.
Dude, no, Sox are winning literally in the next like 4 years. I'm calling it. Sox are winning at least one World Series in the next 4 years. I will make a bet on that.
All right, and then the last one, 2032, Guardians over Reds.
That ain't happening. That's cap,
Yeah.
dude. That's so cap.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was crazy that they didn't have the Red Sox 21 for another 9 years.
Like, what are we doing here?
And dude, it's such a snarky, let me read
Like,
it.
they'll win. I swear to God, they'll win one within Marcio Mayer's first 2, if not 3 years.
So he'll be up by 2026. So you're saying
You said
by
2024 a couple years ago, or a couple weeks ago.
He is projected.
This is what's going to happen. He's going to go Double-A this year. He's going to move up to possibly Triple-A by the end of the year. He'll go partial Triple-A next year, or he might just jump straight to the majors.
Yeah, he's projected like 2025.
That'll move up once he starts playing good in Double-A.
Yeah. Hopefully. He's a good player. We'll see. It's dude, the comment, like when they say like in 2031 Red Sox beat the Brewers, says this will be far enough in the future for the Red Sox fans that Red Sox fans will actually have justification to feel semi-tortured and deprived by then. Like, dude, we didn't win one for like 100 years. Shut up. I feel deprived that we haven't won since 2018.
Dude, guess what? I fucking walked into work today.
What?
So there's someone that has a kid that comes to work, like it's like a little,
You've told me, yeah.
like 6-year-old or whatever that comes to work. So I mean, I'm cool with
She puts her hands in your pockets.
Shut the fuck up, dude. But so I have a little whiteboard right next to my desk. Someone told her to write "Red Sox stink" on my whiteboard.
Mistake. That's why she's still alive.
So she came up and tried to talk to me today. Guess who didn't fucking talk to her? I gave her the silent treatment.
So petty, dude.
Dude, her mom got so sick. Her mom was like a 6-year-old. I'm like, yeah, she's gonna learn a lesson. You don't do that to my fucking Red Sox. And people thought it was so funny that she wrote that.
That's ridiculous. Did you see that Full Swing has the PGA Tour documentary?
February 15th.
February 15th. I'm excited for it.
So
I'm really excited for it. They I've been seeing snippets like all year. The fact that they're like DJ and Brooksy are heavily involved, and there's gonna be some lived drama in that thing. And then they already renewed it for next year, which is cool.
Right.
I know friends that absolutely love the Drive to Survive series, So apparently this is filmed very similarly, which means that like it's probably very good because that Drive to Survive series is regarded as one of the better like sports docu series or whatever.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's as good as everyone's thinking it could be. I do think it's going to be really good for golf because as big as golf already is, I think that there's going to be a lot of fans that may become more interested in watching it because they're going to have more of an attachment to some of these players. You know what I mean?
That.
So,
do you think that they're following the LIV guys this year too?
No, my guess is probably not.
Just the PGA guys. So it's like this year will probably be a lot better than next season.
Or this season. Well, I don't know. I think it'll depend. I think it's going to depend a lot. I think it's cool that they even apparently or allegedly covered the LIV guys as much as they did in the first season because I think that tells you that the PGA Tour doesn't have much say. Because if it was up to the PGA Tour, they wouldn't even be in it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think that's cool that they have enough independency or they're independent enough that they're like, yeah, PGA Tour gave us all access, but they don't have any editing rights or they can't tell us like, no, don't put that in there.
Right.
Which that's good for the PGA Tour because you should be confident enough in like your product that you don't need to censor what's going out there about LIV or anything. I haven't met a single person yet that's like, I think more players should go to LIV. I think everyone's been like, well, good for them, they got their money, but I'm not going to watch any of those events.
Right.
So it'll be interesting to see. But that was cool. Whenever something like that gets dropped, when it's like a sports doc, Netflix typically does a pretty good job with all those. So
they do a really good job.
I'm excited.
Like I almost thought about watching. Oh, that's ESPN. Never mind.
No, well, even both of them.
The Last Dance.
That was.
Was that?
It's on. I don't know. It wasn't a Netflix original. I think it was ESPN.
It was like an ESPN 30 for 30 that
produced
Netflix.
it. That eventually Netflix bought the rights to.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson interviews with the Texans tomorrow, and then the Broncos, and then the Panthers. No, Colts, not Broncos, and then Panthers.
So see ya, Ben Johnson.
I don't think he'll take the Texans job. I think that's a really, really toxic job right now. The one that scares me the most is the Panthers because that owner does not mess around. Tepper or whatever his name is, he don't mess around over there.
What's his name? Because he had a couple of good years at Baylor.
Yeah, he was 100 mil. Yeah, he was 100 mil.
That guy can coach college football. Let's bring him on the NFL.
So then they were hype on local radio today. They were talking about if Ben Johnson leaves, like who do you get to replace him? You have Kingsbury come in for a year, BOC. Just 1 year, BOC.
Yeah, because at that point, if Dan Campbell really has to, he can take over play calling.
Right, well, you can just be like, hey, come revitalize your career here. Show that you can call an offense differently than just the spread. Like, because we're not running that here. But come here, prove that you can be a creative play caller. I also heard, because obviously Bill Belichick's got to do something in New England, and Kingsbury played there for a little bit, so he's already got a relationship with Bill. I could see him going kind of like what Saban does for all the coaches that get fired. Like, hey, come be an assistant here. You'll get a job in 2 years.
Right.
I could see Bill being like, hey, come help Mac Jones. Like, Matt Patricia cannot be my OC next year. Please come help me out. And I think that'll depend, too, because I do think that Kingsbury can get a head coaching job in college, but it's just going to be a lesser job probably. So it depends how badly does he want to be head coach and does he want to stay in the NFL?
Right.
Like, so he might be like, I'm better fit to be a college coach. You know what I mean? I don't know. But I thought that was interesting because I think locally there's a lot of people who think that Ben Johnson has a pretty good shot to be gone. And I think that's a massive, like, we're going to have to find someone to plug that gap because in the last 10 games of the season or whatever, Jared Goff looked like great. And yeah. I do think that's a product of working with a good offensive coordinator, putting Jared in a position to succeed and all the other guys. So we'll keep an eye on that for sure. But that does it. 38 minutes in and out.
That does it, folks.
Powered by Riverside.
The shitty Riverside.
Love you guys.
wild card weekend, folks. Super wild card weekend. Love you guys.
Love you guys. See ya.